Hey guys, welcome back. So I just logged in on my computer and I saw this. I had no idea what happened here because I have been away from my computer for the past 1.5 days or so. And I just saw this and I saw all the news that the fork was cancelled. So congratulations everyone. This is very good news. And I think this is very good news, especially for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and BitConnect. I think this will still be the winners here out of this news. So Bitcoin is basically consolidating here, and I expect Bitcoin to continue to consolidate until it breaks out and goes higher. I have been saying that for quite some time, and I still think that's what's going to happen. So I'm just letting it do its thing. Of course, I wouldn't buy at this price, but I wouldn't sell either. The strategy here is to continue to hold, let it do its thing. It might consolidate for a long time now. Who knows? It might. I don't expect a jump right now. I expect quite a long consolidation here, with volatility, of course, between 7, 8, 7,000, 8,000, maybe 6,600. It can go as low as 6,600, and I wouldn't be worried about it. It's just the volatility of the situation. Now for the altcoins, I'm going to be doing some of the main altcoins traded versus Bitcoin. People are getting so excited again and calling the reversal, just like they did here at this bottom. And they do for every dip. There's no confirmation at all that this is the bottom. The reason why is because there's no there's no higher low yet. Until you don't see the first higher low, you cannot call the bottom, because there's no bottom, because there's no higher low yet. So this, by probability, it'll bounce off moving average and continue lower, or at least same level. Until we don't see a higher low, there's no bottom to be called here. It could be the bottom. I'm not saying it's not the bottom. It could be the bottom, as much as this could have been the bottom, or this could have been the bottom, or this could have been the bottom. It's the same probability, but none of these were the bottom. I have been saying this for the past month every time people get excited about the reversal, and there's no reversal. So it could be, but there's no evidence. So until there's no evidence, it's hard to call this the bottom. Now, with all the excitement, I can see this breaking through the moving average and going a little bit higher, but eventually, you need to assume it will continue to go lower, because it's what's been happening for the past month or so. So, if you want to be safe, you don't buy every dip. You wait to see at least the first higher low or two higher lows. And the only altcoin that I saw higher lows is Bitcoin Cash. That's why I only entered. This is the only altcoin I entered, because it's doing higher lows. And when we had the first higher low here, I entered it, but I sold right away. I only did it for a trade, for a quick trade. I shared that in a video not long ago. You can go check it out. I entered here to trade the breakout, and I sold here. So I only bought and sold to trade it, and I waited for the next low. If that was going to be a higher low, then yeah, I'm going to buy and hold at that, and that's what I did. I waited for two higher lows to buy and hold. But buying the dip and holding, it's very risky, and it already made a lot of people lose a lot of money for the past month. So that's what you get for every single altcoin traded versus Bitcoin. We don't have a bottom. Anyway, you cannot call this the bottom until you need to wait for the bounce to finish, wait for the retracement, and if the retracement finishes being a higher low, then that could be the first confirmation that this could start uptrending. But so far we don't have that confirmation, so it's hard to call this the bottom. So that's basic trading. It's not my opinion. It's not even my opinion. It's just it's very, very basic. It's a very basic trading rule. You don't buy the dip and hold. You need to wait for confirmation that the uptrend is going to start. So far, it's just bouncing, just like it bounced here, just like it bounced here, just like it bounced here. Bounce off moving average and go lower. Bounce off moving average and goes lower. Bounce off moving average and goes lower. And here what it's doing, bounce off moving average, and by probability it'll go lower, or at least same level low. So there's no uptrend here. And if this was if this is the bottom and it starts uptrending, you don't want to buy based on the fear of missing out, because even if this is the bottom, you need to wait for confirmation. Since you don't know that this is the bottom, you need to wait for the bounce to finish, wait for the retracement, and then when the retracement is in, if it's a higher low, then you can start thinking about putting in some money in there. But until that doesn't happen, it's not safe to buy. Ripple, same thing, it's been downtrending forever. Just touch moving average and go low, a little bounce here and lower, another bounce here, lower, bounce, lower, bounce, lower, and now it's just bouncing, and by probability you need to assume that it will continue to do the same. Plus, it's very, very difficult to say that this is going to go straight into a bull market again after we had this huge run up here of thousands of % profit in May, and then after that we went into a bear market. After the bear market, usually you get a phase of the market that it's called consolidation accumulation, and it's usually a long period of time just consolidating, where investors start to accumulate again. But usually it won't go straight from bear market to bull market. I'm not saying it's impossible. Of course it can happen, but it's not common. So Monero, same thing, just bouncing. It's been bouncing off moving average and lower, bouncing and lower, bouncing and lower, bouncing. This is a big bounce. If you would have been able to trade this, then perfect. Go ahead and trade it, just like this bounce. If you bought the dip and you want to sell at some point, probably when it touches moving average, then great. I'm not doing it because I don't have the time these days, but I would do it. I would do it. Like, that's perfectly fine. Just trade the bounce and sell and get out of there, but not buy and hold until you don't see at least one or two higher lows. If you look at the altcoins traded versus the US dollar, yes, they are bouncing now. Most of them are just bouncing on the moving average on the weekly charts. The moving averages on the weekly chart are very, very strong, super strong supports and resistance. So yeah, it was obvious that it was going to bounce on the moving average, and it's bouncing, but I don't really care what's doing traded versus the dollar, because if it's very traded versus Bitcoin, then it means that if I trade this, when I exit my position, I'm going to have less Bitcoin than I had before. And if Bitcoin is going up in terms of US dollar, it means I'm also losing value in terms of US dollar. So it's just better to hold Bitcoin until there's no confirmation on the altcoins that they are going to start uptrending. I don't want to have anything to do with altcoins. And this is not advice. You can do whatever, you need to have your own plan and you need to do your own analysis, but that's what I am doing. I'm not buying any altcoin using Bitcoin. I would, if I was going to trade it, like a quick trade, buy the dip and sell the top. I would do that. I have nothing against that. Although I don't like doing that in bear markets either. I prefer, if anything, I would prefer to short it when it's bouncing off. But since this market is very volatile, you can still make profit going long, buying the dip and selling the top, even if it's a downtrend, because crypto is very volatile, so there's still a big percentage of gains to be made here. But the main point here is that you don't buy and hold until the uptrend is already showing. So far, there's no uptrend showing. So that's my little piece of advice for the video of today. I hope it's clear. I'm a little bit tired because I didn't get much sleep last night, so I hope it's clear what I'm trying to say here today. And other than that, I'm super happy holding Bitcoin. Of course, it can go down to 6,600. I won't be worried. Like, I expect a consolidation with big movements here until it breaks out. It could, of course, break down as well. So I'm going to have to take the analysis day by day. But as of today, I'm still very happy holding it. Same goes for Bitcoin Cash. Just hold it there. It seems to me it's getting tight to break out sometime here, so I'm good with that. But if anything changes, I would be updating, hopefully with some time in advance. And yeah, Bitcoin Cash, and BitConnect. BitConnect also is doing great. I mean, if Bitcoin does great, BitConnect is doing great. And now it's a good time to do loans as well, because the price of the coin is high. It's 284 again, so it's a great time to do loans now. Thank you very much for the new people that joined my team. And remember, if you join my team and do a loan of any amount, send me an email, please, letting me know your username here on BitConnect, and I will share with you my premium videos. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.